Hello everybody and welcome back to Farm Sim 25 and welcome back to our Start From Scratch logging series here on Farm Sim 25 in the Porcupine Mountains of Michigan. So, without further ado, we're not going to play around too much. We're going to get started. Capri coming in for 76 months already, just dropping a bomb. Thank you so much, my dude. Jeremy, what's up, my dude? Unimog, love it, right? Right? Alex, how's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. It has been a while. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've just been working a lot. What up, Hobo? Good to see you, Capri, as well. But yeah, so today it's all about logging, baby. We gotta cut down some trees and make some money so that we can upgrade our situation here. So yeah, welcome. Now that you guys know what's going on, let's go ahead and start by trying to figure out what we want to cut down. Now, we were thinking about this area over here. I think we actually cut down last episode. I think we cut down a couple of these trees that was over here. There was a lodgepole pine that was over here. It was easy to get to. Now, I don't remember exactly how much... Oh, there's another lodgepole pine right there, actually. Hold the phone. Oh, my God. I ain't even started. We're already saving. But yeah, so I don't exactly know how much we own. Oh, we own a lot. Yeah, we own quite a bit. So we actually should be able to go kind of up this way. Let's just pull out the chainsaw and start getting to it, shall we? Alright, so we want to fell this tree about right there, if we can. So that's what we're going to go with. About there. Beautiful. And we'll cut all the branches off the tree. And just to make sure, we'll go back this direction. Sometimes it misses one or two. Beautiful. All right. Now, in the last episode, we actually got a winch that allows us to do a little bit more with this, so we're going to do that, but we're gonna hold for the time being. How much does that weigh, by chance? We've got 2.2 tons. Perfect. What up, Jess? Thank you so much for 39 months. Wayne, how's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. Hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing good. What up, Fontaine? Welcome, everybody, to the stream. I'm doing good, Just been working a lot. So I get it. I appreciate you guys all dropping in though. Ooh, we got a couple more lodge poles hanging back here at the back. I think we could probably drop these as well. If I time this one just right, we might be able to get it to drop right here. So that's our goal. So this one is going to have to be a precision felling. We want it to be right about 11 o'clock, maybe 10:30. So. We want it to be right about there. Oh my God, I'm so good at this. Like I've done this once or twice. Also, gotta remember to cut these stumps before I forget. Come on, jumpers. Beautiful. Alright, now I believe there was another one in here that we might be able to sneak in here. I mean, there's actually quite a few lodge poles here. One's not fully grown, though. I think that's deadwood. But if we could slip this one... Okay, that one's definitely going to get stuck on that. I mean, I could drop this one right through there, right? Like, I'm not crazy. I feel like we could do this. Hold that thought. Right about... there. Oh, I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this, y'all. Just coming up with a $10 box. If I watch you do yard work, does that count as me doing yard work? I don't want to do it. Can I hire you? Pretty much, Jess. I think that's how that works, actually. So thank you so much for dropping it. I hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. Brandon, happy Saturday. Kenneth, oh, run into a tree. You realize that the tree that you're running into is actually the same tree you just cut down a minute ago. I don't know how it ended up this direction. Alright. Am I crazy? Or is this actually... yeah, that is literally the tree that we just... How did this end up over here? Must have rolled down the hill slightly. I mean, I don't mind, because we can possibly hook these up. I'm not going to cut out that dead wood. That's probably not going to be worth anything. However, I feel like I could totally drop this one too. I think we could totally do this. If I get this just right, it's a very narrow window. But if I can drop this just inside these two little trees, I think we got it beat. So we're going to aim for roughly about there. Oh, that's a little too far to the left, but it still worked. We're good. I didn't quite line that up as good as I thought I did. What time is it in the U.S. right now here on the East Coast? Well, I say East Coast. I'm in Ohio. Here in Ohio, it is currently 2:20 in the afternoon. So, we just getting started. Beautiful. Another tree dead. Alright, so that gives us what? 4 trees? Four good trees. Alright, let's get the tractor and figure out if we can, like, drag some of this stuff out. I'd like to drag these logs up here to the top so that we can process them properly. Okay, there's the other tree. Perfect. So that is our goal currently. If I can use our new winch that we have, because remember in the last episode we did buy this new weight that has a winch on it. And if we can use that, should be able to. You know, I just got to thinking. Hold that thought. What if, you know, we're totally going to go embrace the Unimogging logging right now. As slow as this tractor is, like, I know it's got horsepower and stuff now, because we just upgraded it, but what if we just pull up the Unimog, hook the weight up to the Unimog, and that way the Unimog has a winch? It's totally gonna work, right? I mean, it sounds good on paper. We also cut like this little pathway through here. We can get up in here a little bit easier. Alright, so our first log is right here. Now these trees should be small enough that we can go from that. No problem. So we should be able to just like latch this. Oops. Perfect. Been a little bit. Go ahead and reel this sucker in for me. Am I doing the wrong way? Oh. Okay, that's... How do we reel it in? It's been a while. How do I reel this sucker in? You know what? Let's just pull. just tilting it. Control winch. I'm an idiot. All right, we good. I was just hitting all the wrong buttons, apparently. We're fine. Oh, yeah. Unimogging logging, baby. Literally. We're going to pull this sucker up and around the corner here. That should be good. Now we should be able to detach the winch and go grab another one. It took a minute for me to realize, it's been a while now. You're going to have to bear with me. I'm a little dumb. But I'm Uncle Brady. Good to see you as well. Welcome everybody to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I am a little dumb. I understand this. You guys will also have to understand this. So, if I get out, and I click this, and I put this, like here, for instance, and then I pull this log out, oh, nothing. It literally does exactly what I wanted it to do. Perfect. And then we detach the winch. We go forward a hair. Get out, grab this winch, hook it up to this end of the tree. Oh, there, killer. Future, so not much has happened. I hear you there. Raise that up here. Should make it a little bit easier to drag, maybe. Ideally, I want to push these together if I can. So can I drop this winch way down and then use it to push? That's the real question. Just a nudge. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. It's like I've done this once or twice. Beautiful. 2 logs ready to cut up. 2 to go. And these ones are a little bit closer to one another. You might be able to grab them all at the same time. Just got to pull them out so that we can actually get to them. Not sure if we can actually get to 2 straps out of this or not. Alright, we totally can. Alright. See if we can't pull these over. Yoink! Yoink harder! Alright, since these are already on, and we know that the bottoms of the... Oh, for the love of God, you were just fine a second ago. They managed to find themselves stuck on a tree now. Dead or alive, you're coming with me! I said, yoink! Yo, Tragic, thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate you. Alright, now, if we get around this, we should be able to turn and then go downhill and line these up with the other two trees. In theory. Dum-dum parked the tractor in the way. We're gonna have to thread the needle. Something I'm clearly very good at. I'm on, Unimog. Pull! Damn it! What are we doing right now? Are you trying to pull or are you trying to, like, watch? Let's go. This could end badly for our equipment. Alright, that's close enough. We'll grab one at a time, I guess. Just casually moving our Ford out of the way, no biggie. Alright, we want to pull this to be roughly in line with the other two. That should work. I don't think we can really push it with the front, so we'll do the same thing where we drop the winch, use it kind of as a little bit of a pusher. Beautiful. May have to move this trailer. You know, very subtly. I am a master of subtlety and finesse. See? Told you. All the subtlety and finesse. Yoink. You're coming with me, tree. My tractor. Subtlety and finesse. Apparently, we missed a couple of branches. What up, paramedic? Long time no see. Have you guys ever seen so much subtlety and finesse? I don't think so. It's rare these days to have so much. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. Let's go ahead and drop the winch for now, because we're going to need our trailer. All right. Again, it's not perfect, but it's close. So, 1, 2, 3. Yoink. Not bad. Hello. Close. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one went a little bit too long. Got a little excited on that one. 2, 3. And then this one is 16. We'll go up just a little bit. Close. About as good as I'm going to get it. But there, we have all of our trees cut up. Look at that. Now we just got to load them on the truck. What up, Alex? Carolina, good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in. Let's get this party started. It's time to do some picking up. Really, game. Oh yeah, I forgot a very important part of our logging equipment. Anybody want to take a guess? If you said I forgot to put the winch on the truck, you are correct. Let's try this again, shall we? This time with a little bit more weight in the trunk. A little more junk in the trunk. I hate when it doesn't grab with both of those teeth. Just grab it with both of those teeth. Thank you. Perfect. Stay in place. I don't want it wiggling around. If you know, you know. Got full sound? Is somebody having trouble with sound? My computer is giving me only game sounds. I mean, it's supposed to be working here. As far as I can tell. Everybody else working okay? Any thoughts on Wowzel's Legends update? It seems like there's a lot, but also not a lot, if that makes a whole lot of sense. Won't know until we get our hands on it. Good news is, I actually have the first 3 days of next week off because I took some vacation. So, I might actually stream a little bit of Legends. If anybody's still interested in seeing me play Legends. Only downside about logging is the constant getting off and strapping, unstrapping, trapping to keep the game from screwing you over. Because I actually like the rest of it. Like, I don't mind the finagling of the equipment and all that stuff. The camera does leave a little bit to be desired. It's not known for being the best at this sort of thing, but... It's trying to be annoying, isn't it? Anybody go watch the new Spider-Man yet? I've heard it's okay. You think it'd be easier to load going uphill? Possibly. Possibly. The main reason I was loading like this was because the heavy end of the tree, I wanted to put it towards the front. I don't think we can quite get 4 trees across here, unfortunately. But yeah, you're probably right. It probably would make sense to go this way. Now the real question is, now that I've gotten off of the heaviest log, would it be possible to pick up 2 at a time? Like, I feel like I could potentially... I don't think so. Not quite, I don't think. think we're only gonna get one at a time. It was worth a thought, though. Come on. Easy does it. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. I've seen worse loads in my day. Yo, Thin Blue Line, what up, my dude? And thank you so much for the 7 months. Appreciate you, man. Eric, appreciate you dropping in. No problem. Like I said, it probably is easier to do it that way. The main thing was just trying to get the... I kind of did the logs backwards on the hill, to be honest. In the future, I probably want the heavy ends to be facing downhill. Then I can just load like this coming uphill. Why is it glued to my forks? Thank you. It was like glued to my forks. I don't understand that sometimes. Probably ought to take that load in, huh? And then come back for this one. We'll put this on the second load. But I feel like that's probably a good enough load. There we go. Should be a decent amount of money on this truck. Assuming that we can pull it. You think I'm going to get 14 and a half? I'm hoping we get a little bit more than that, Capri. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta assume that this is about half of 4 trees. If we were getting about $8,000 per tree, then in theory, this should be roughly $32,000. And this is the heavier parts of the trees too. So like, in theory, this should be like 30K. We are on what we call the Porcupine Mountains, Michigan map. All right, folks, place your bets. Who's closer to the target, me or Capri? All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? Three, two, one, play! Whoops. Oh, that was actual sadness. It's only 18,000? Why was it so little? I mean, don't get me wrong, that's still really good. But like, I was hoping for more than that. Because we got 4 separate trees. Last time we took 1 tree in, we got about 8,000. So 8 times 4 is 32. So in total, we should be around $32,000 for the whole bunch. Maybe the bottoms aren't. I guess the math kind of maths. So maybe I was being a little bit. I kind of oopsied there, didn't I? Still, 18,000 is nothing to shake a stick at. That's pretty good. We'll take it. Yes, Capri, you were in fact closer. Can confirm. Can confirm Capri was closer. I wonder if I park like right here, if this would make it easier for us, because we just grab it, turn, and then load it, and the logs would roll slightly downhill. We'll try that. See if that works. Oh, I forgot. This was the big long log that we accidentally miscalculated on slightly. Just ever so slightly. Slight miscalculation. Ended up being like 11 meters long, that long. I would like to straighten these up a little bit, preferably without making a mess. I don't know if it's possible. I'm just going to leave well enough alone at the moment. But I think this answers your question if this is easier or not, and I think you are absolutely 100% on to something with this whole loading uphill thing. Again, this trailer looks terrible at the moment. But it don't have to look good, I guess. It just has to get to where I'm going. Yeah, this is not ideal. Hopefully, it'll sort itself out. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Just double down. What's the worst that could happen? Carefully. Nudge. Slightly more nudge. Can't really nudge. Okay, maybe a little, just a touch. Beautiful! Just a little nudge is all you need sometimes. See if we can nudge the other one down into the groove on the other side of the trailer here. Teensy little nudge. It's closer. Now, of course, the real question is how much do these end pieces weigh? Can we pick them up by hand? Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. Just barely outside of what we can pick up. What have I? Well, how's it going? Unknown. Long time no see, dude. Hope you're doing well. Beautiful. Lock it in. surely we could grab 2 of these at the same time, right? I hate no matter what you're doing, if you go forward or go in reverse, when you go to hit the other direction, it lurches in the last direction you were going. Like, I hate that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I put it in forward and then I hit reverse, it lurches forward. If I was in reverse and then I put it in forward, it lurches in reverse. Kind of annoying. Aggressive on that one. See how it lurches? Drives me crazy. Beautiful! We got them loaded! This is probably going to be a problem where it kind of like bumps into us, but what's the worst that could happen? I can't think of a single thing that could go wrong. A little bent tailgate, maybe? Right, let's get the rest of our 4 trees delivered. Don't let Mosa see that though. I don't even know what Mosa is. What's Mosa? Is that like your version of OSHA? Like here we have the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Or the DOT, the Department of Transportation. It's a DOT? Okay. I figured as much. What up, Jonathan's? Good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in. Am I going to be doing the patch notes later? Honestly, I'm not. I'm not going to be doing patch notes this time around. I just don't feel like doing them, I'll be perfectly honest. I just don't feel like sitting and reading for an hour. Alrighty. The rest of our 4 trees. Do we have close to $32,000? What? 36. That's $14,000. We are absolutely crushing it today, y'all. Absolutely crushing it. So we still did earn about $32,000 for the load. But yeah, in my brain, that was going to work out a little bit differently than it did. But yeah, the number's number. So that's good. We have $36,000. Is there anything that we can do? The answer is pretty much no. What do we need what would make our life easier in terms of logging right now? What would make our lives easier in terms of logging? So we go down here to logging. I wouldn't mind having a true logging trailer rather than this little tiny trailer. That would make things a little bit easier. Not gonna lie. Obviously, having, you know, the big things would come in real handy, but we're not going to be able to get that anytime soon. So, what do we look for? Let's look for wood transport. I feel like having a true logging trailer is going to go a long ways. And I'll be honest with you, a logging trailer that has a crane would be freaking phenomenal. That would go a long ways. A long ways. Yeah, see, there's a whole bunch of these trucks and stuff. I can't afford any of this stuff yet. What we can afford, though, is something small that has a crane attached to it. Something like this. That is what we can afford. I think that's probably our best bet, isn't it? I mean, we could go with like a like actual thing like this or this. This is only 15 grand and it looks fancy. It also does not look like it holds like 9-meter logs, if I'm being honest. Huh. So it does have the crane. Or we could just get this crane here and add it. We could potentially use our tractor. This is 1.6 tons, or our Unimog, and load up that way, you know? All right, hear me out, y'all. Oh, wait, this is too expensive. Never mind. That crane is $45,000? I could buy a crane and a trailer for less than that. 18, I got this trailer. This is a little bit longer. This is probably what I'm going to go with. It's a little longer, but yeah, I feel like this is probably our better bet here. Yeah, because this is about the same size as this one. And this one's just a little stub. Wait, why does it look longer all of a sudden? Okay, we leave that. Tow bar is low. Could have a high or a low tow bar. What was I looking at? Was that the one that I looked at? I swear it like had. Yeah, why would I try to get a $45,000 crane when I could just get a like a trailer that has a crane? Huh. I feel like we gotta go for this. Wait, why is this $45,000 now? Where? It says $15,000. Where's the... Oh, because it has the crane attached. Oh, you cheating bastards. This is how they get you at the store, y'all. You gotta be careful. You gotta read the fine print. These guys are trying to screw you. It's like, oh, it's $15,000. You grab a hold of it and all of a sudden it's fucking $45,000. You get to the checkout, now they're trying to like bully you into buying it. You're like, wait a second. When I went to buy this a second ago, it did not say that it was $45,000. Screw that. This is $39,000. Where's all the price going? Damn, these guys are sneaky. Sneaky little bastards. These damn salesmen. This is how they get you. Look at that. The price tag says one thing, then you get it to the register, and then they're like, oh, no, that's $45,000. What? You just doubled the price on me. More than doubled the price. Damn these guys. Why not buy a wood production site? Because I don't want to go too fast too soon. I want to be part of the logging side of things, you know? I don't want to just like have a building right next to me where I just dump stuff, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Not yet. Eventually, yes. We will eventually have like a production site. I just don't want to speed up the like what do you call that? I don't want to speed up the progression too much too soon. Kind of defeats the fun of it, you know? But seriously, these cheeky little bastards. These cheeky little bastards. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. And this is for like an actual, actually it's I don't know. What is that? It's not like a normal trailer hitch, is it? I mean, it looks like it's for a semi, but just look, the hitch looks weird. Damn, these cheeky little suckers. All right, well, shit. I know we ain't gonna be able to afford none of these. Actually, we're not that far off from being able to afford, like, this thing. This home-built skidder. I mean, we don't really need it because we kind of have, you know, at the moment already a setup that does everything that this thing would be able to do. But still, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Huh. What about a winch? What if we have something that can draw, like, what is our big... This is $95,000 for that. $38,000 for this. Like, well, this is actually somewhat close. You could hook this up to, like, the Unimog and then pull all the trees to it. $95,000. Man, everything for forestry is so expensive. I forgot how expensive everything is for the forestry stuff. What about an excavator? Do we have a cheap excavator? The answer is fuck no, we don't. There's no such thing as a cheap excavator in this game. So that's out the window. Harvester, anything cheap? Nope. Hell no. Good lord. Yeah, I think we're screwed, y'all. Like, how much for a dolly? A dolly's $18,500. Is there a cheap dolly? Do we have a cheap dolly? Still $15,000. $1,200. That does not have what I thought it did. Never mind. That's a fertilizer spreader trailer, apparently. $10,000 for this dolly. Okay. That's getting into the neighborhood. It's getting into the neighborhood. Do we got anything cheaper than $10,000? Not really. So I feel like that's probably the cheapest option for a dolly. And then how much was our trailer again? If we were going wood transport? I guess $26,000 there. Do we have anything cheaper? Not particularly. Oh, hold. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, we have potential. Dude, this trailer with that dolly pulled behind our Unimog. I think we got to, right? That seems like a pretty good deal. All right, we're gonna take the auto load crap off because I don't do that. So how do I do this? We got to go in here, do this, and then turn that off. Save. Yes. Go away. All right. So $18,500. Boom, done. Make it happen. And then with the little dolly we had, where'd it go? There was a dolly, wasn't there? Oh, was that? It was this miscellaneous. Okay. Where's my? There it is. $10,000. Beautiful. All right, nothing crazy. I don't need to go anything crazy here. We just buy it for 10 grand. All right. We can also sell this trailer now. So let's fire up the Unimog. Let's go back to the store. We're also going to pick up a tank of fuel on our way by. Damn sneaky ass salesman trying to get you. What up, Matt? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. What up, RC Mark as well? Appreciate you dropping in. Hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Just enjoy the beautiful Unimog, and the last time you'll see this little trailer. I do like this trailer a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's very rare that I like a trailer this much, but this little trailer has done fantastic. it's time that we upgrade. Let's go ahead and stop and get some fuel while we're here. $111 in fuel sounds about right, to be honest. With today's gas prices, absolutely. You're not sure that it's going to work well? Oh, ye of little faith. Why wouldn't it work well? It has to. I've put all my eggs in one basket. I've got no choice. It has to work well. I've already spent all my money. That's the way the world works, right? Like, if you've already put all your eggs in one basket, it's got to work. You can't fail. Alright, let's repair. It doesn't need repaired. Let's go ahead and repaint it and then sell it off. $2,053. Alright, so we got just under 10 grand in the bank. Now, back up to our dolly. Look at that. Beautiful. Perfect. Tell me it wouldn't work well. Are you kidding me? Look at this. How is that not going to work well? That being said, how much does it cost to upgrade, if we just, real quick, drop our dolly? How much would it take to upgrade the engine of this thing again? Because right now we only have about 155 horsepower. And we got 10 grand in the bank. If we upgrade the engine one more time, what are we looking at? So right now, we're seeing 155 horsepower. 9 grand, we go to 163. Is that really worth it? Not particularly. 211 for 15. 241 is the maximum, and that's 20 grand. Yeah, I feel like this is probably your best bang. So if we're going to go for like 15 grand. Or, conversely, we start looking at a potential for like an actual road truck. And by road truck, I mean it would have to be an off-road truck. But see what they got for semis in this particular thing. I got a bunch of mods, so we might be able to find something that's not a Unimog. Obviously, we got these suckers. They're always fun. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to use those for what we're about to get into. Do have the Roadrunner. Yeah, we're gonna have to really find a good transport truck eventually. Eventually. But I don't think it's today. Try a dually truck? Ah. We got a dually. It's right there. It's a dolly. The dolly's a dually. That checks out, right? We're fine. I can't think of a single thing that could go wrong. Other than the fact that we are incredibly slow. And it's probably going to struggle. And we don't even have any weight on it yet. Also, we're going downhill at the moment. I feel like there might be a slight weight problem here. Either that or it's this dolly that's the problem. Because this dolly seems to be struggling for some unknown reason. Oh, I think I know what it is. If I go here. Nope, that's not it. Wait, we can actually... That's kind of cool. What the hell? I don't care about the flaps. I don't know what I'm doing. Something is moving, I can hear it. But it's not what I thought. Okay, having that back is great. Why can I not adjust my hydraulics all of a sudden? I have no idea what's moving. Unhook that real quick. I swear there was a way to adjust the hydraulics. Was it just because of that old trailer? I don't know. I feel like our current hydraulics are a little bit low for this, like, dolly. I don't know. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Like I said, I can't think of a single thing that could go wrong with this. The fact that we're driving this slow going downhill is the whole thing. I feel like this dolly's just like digging into the map for some reason. Across here. I feel like I can get across here. No problem. Find a gear, Unimog. Let's go. Anybody else get the slight suspicion that we kind of made it worse? What the hell? Let's go, Unimog. Find a gear. Get this thing rolling. Worst case scenario, we can always hook it up to our tractor. But I thought that the Unimog would be able to hold this a lot easier than it is. It is struggling. And we don't even have a load on it yet. I may not have thought this entirely all the way through. You see, there's one more thing that I forgot. Have you thought about it yet? Because I just now thought about it at this very moment. There's one more thing that we forgot. I don't think our tractor's going to be able to lift the logs high enough to load this trailer. And I didn't think about that until right this very moment. I was so excited to get a logging truck. Right, Hobo? That's what I'm saying. I didn't think about that till just this moment. This Unimog is struggling. Let's go. Ain't got all day. Iowa could pull it, you're not wrong. The Iowa wouldn't even notice that this thing had a trailer. I think it's safe to say that I've probably made an error. I was just too excited. Too excited. I bit off more than I could chew. To be fair, it did actually work. Just not as smoothly as I was hoping for. All right, let's drop the trailer there. Let's drop the weight. I'm going to try something real fast. See if maybe this thing pulls better than the Unimog, even though it's got less horsepower. Try going back up to it. Ooh, killer. That was a little aggressive. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. So, it seems like it goes better downhill than the Unimog did, but going back uphill, I think it's plain to see that the Unimog is just better. Which makes sense, but at the same time, I just wanted to double check. Now I wonder if I put the weight on the back. Now I can control the height of the hitch. So if I bring the hitch all the way up, if that'll make a difference or not. Or if it is simply a horsepower thing that we are struggling with. Not have a hitch? I could have sworn this had a hitch to it. I swear this has a hitch. Apparently not. No. Well, that was worth a shot. Well, if I put all that all the way up, and I drop the weight, does it reset the hitch some? I drop the weight here, for instance, it does. It literally resets the hitch all the way down. Damn it! Oh. Had to figure it out. Pull, Unimog, pull! It just goes to show how much of a beast this Unimog truly is, because it pulls this thing more than that tractor can over there, which is impressive. Did not realize the horsepower discrepancy, right? This Unimog has a horsepower rating, I believe, of 155 horsepower. That tractor over there has about 112 horsepower. They're both four-wheel drive. But it does go to show you that having the right equipment makes a big difference. As if you didn't already know that. All right, let's go ahead and stop this right about there then. And then we will grab the weight, or the winch I should say, since that's what we're using it for this thing. And then we gotta go friggin' cut down some more trees. Now the other thing I wanted to do was go ahead and cut some more of the grass over there, so maybe we'll do that real fast. This tractor should be better at cutting grass than the last tractor, but we're about to find out. Remember, this double bar mower only needs like 69 horsepower, but the last tractor only had 79 horsepower, and it really struggled to pull this double bar mower, so we ended up using the Unimog for that. Well, 112 horsepower should have no trouble. In theory. We're going to go ahead and try to cut some more. And hope for the best. Hey, I found one of our stumps we forgot about. It's a shame you can't tandem the tractor. I know, right? Imagine if we could hook the winch of the tractor up to the Unimog. And then just have them both pull. How far down we can go, but I imagine it's a decent amount. I'm not going to worry about doing all of it. I kind of just want to give us a little bit more of an area that's not just overgrown, so we can see what we're doing. Although I can already tell you that with this thing struggling as it is on the hills, it might do us better to use the Unimog still. It just looks weird to hauling around this double bar mower with the Unimog. I kind of like the aesthetic of the old tractor pulling this double bar mower. You guys will have to let me know what you guys think. See if I'm all alone or not. Trying to go too fast. Missing stuff. Come on, little Ford pole. Turns way better than I gave it credit for. Yeah, that thing turns a lot better than I gave it credit for. Let's knock this little chunk out here. Still managed to miss a big chunk. What up, Mike? Appreciate you dropping in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend as well. There's something pretty relaxing about just mowing grass in this game, I ain't gonna lie. guys think? Do you guys prefer the logging side of things, or do you prefer me cleaning everything up and making it look a little bit nicer than it did a minute ago? Or just do what we're doing, which is do a little bit of logging, a little bit of cleaning. You guys will have to let me know. Slowly but surely, we're starting to make this area look a little bit more civilized. See if we can't get a little bit closer to these trees. That should do for now. Hold that thought. Let me clean this a little bit up. This drives me crazy. There we go. Much better. Alright. Mark this right up here. Where it's at. The tracks are down this direction. Shut her down for the time being. That's looking a little bit more presentable. Now, can we find some more easy trees to cut down and drag out? That'd be the next thing. I think we're down this direction. I see a lodgepole there. Doesn't look like a fully grown lodgepole, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Ah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. We got at least two of them right there. What's this one? 36. Yeah, this is perfect. All right. It's gonna be a little bit sketchy because it is gonna be falling downhill, but I think this will be a good next target for us. Beautiful. Alright, we got another lodge pole right there. Not sure how this one's going to fall. It may be stuck on this other tree, but I'm hoping it can come out. We're going to try to fell it directly that direction. Something like that. Beautiful. Let's get rid of the stump before I forget. How'd your yard work go, Jess? Beautiful. We got two trees right next to each other. That actually worked out really well. Some deadwood up in there. Any other easy to access? And again, we probably ought to save real quick because it's been a minute. Save a little bit. Any other easy to access? I mean, we got this entire like ridge line here for quite a ways. So if we can find any more easy lodge poles, that'd be great. Some Scotch pine. There's a lodge pole back in there, but it's kind of surrounded. I mean, we could cut out these couple of Scotch pine here, then maybe we get to the lodge pole there. We're looking for something a little bit easier. Again, how much? I don't think so. I think we're getting into some deciduous forest over here, so probably not going to see a whole lot of... Oh, there's the... is that deadwood, or is that a lodge pole? It is a lodge pole, but it's not fully grown, so I'm going to assume deadwood-ish. Oh, there's one. Is this fully grown? It is fully grown. Okay. So that's another one. Assuming that this is still on our land. We would have to cut this kind of this way. Get rid of the stump. Beautiful. Taking all the branches and limbs off of it. Right. This one's a little bit further away, but we should be able to find it. It's kind of sticking up here. But we're getting close to the end of our property line, so I don't think we're going to get any more lodge poles along the edge that are easy to get to. We'll go ahead and drag these over to where we're going to be working on them anyway. It's got some cannons for headlights on it. Alright, so if I take this, I grab that, and I pull this down. Oops, downhill. I want these guys as close to each other as I can get them. Then I should be able to hook them up and drag them the heck out of here. Let's try to hook up to the other end. I don't know why it doesn't like to do that, but if we grab the heavier ends, it seems to work better. Up, then lift it. Now let's see if they come a little bit easier. Come on, Unibog, pulp. Oh, is the cicadas too loud? I can always turn stuff down if they're too bad. Yeah, it's one of the mods that I have installed. It's like an ambience mod or an ambiance mod. Alright, let's go get our third tree. A little bit further down. Apparently I need to back up a little further. Pull one log just fine. I say as we hit a big hill, we'll try going a different direction here. Mount Everest. But yeah, it just adds a bunch of different sound effects with the cicadas, and then like the birds chirping, and owls. Gives you a little bit of everything, which I think it does make the game sound a little bit better. Like I said, you guys will have to let me know if they're too loud. Back up to the trailer. Shut her down. Grab the tractor. I don't know why I pulled it down there if I'm going to drag all the logs up here. Grab the weight before we forget this time. Also realizing I probably put those trees a little too close to the trailer. I might try to shove it a little bit. Give us a little bit more room. Yo, Butters, thank you so much for 41 months, my dude. Good Lord. It's crazy how long you guys have been sticking around. Alright, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Basically perfect. One, two, three. One, two, three. Not perfect, but it's not bad. Kind of an easy way to like measure out your logs consistently. Now the real question is, can I load these logs up onto this truck? I mean, it's going to be so close. I don't know if we're going to be able to load these logs. I tried to put the logs higher up so that I'd be able to kind of like have a little bit of a platform to load from. What is that game? That's what I was afraid of. Frick. Well, I wonder, do I have a ramp somewhere in here? I used to have some ramps. I have a bunch of junk. Do I have a ramp? Boy, I have a bunch of junk. Boy, I have a lot of mods installed too. Probably easier to use my mouse for this. I mean, this is kind of a ramp. But it's got like a thing on the front of it. Which is not what I'm after. Then of course we have this, which is a workshop. It's got like a pallet ramp. Again, not really what I'm after. So I might have to just do some good old-fashioned landscaping. and then just do like a little bit of a raised platform here, and then see if we can't level that off. And then maybe slope it. And I can never remember which way I'm supposed to go here. Slope to point. I think you're supposed to do this. Select slope target point. So if we do that. Okay, so that kind of works. And we can soften it a little bit. All right. Now, can I put some grass back on there? Of course, we just trimmed this, but it'll be fine. All right. Let's try this again, shall we? Bit of a, I mean, it works. Is it ideal? Not so much, but it works. Pretty, but it is working. I think I need to put myself between the runners if I can. The post, whatever you call it. we need to bring this up just a hair. I hate how these freaking logs won't work. Like they just don't want to go on the forks. I need a logging crane. I agree, I do need a logging crane, like really badly, but you know, gotta earn money for that. And the salesmen try to swindle you into thinking you can afford one when you can't. Real unfortunate. But I'm making it work, Jess. Slowly but surely, I'm making it work. And that's what's important, right? Surely, in an ideal world, you would have all the equipment that you need to do what you want to do. But sometimes, you gotta improvise. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it is serviceable. I can make this work. This is called Farming Simulator there, brother man. I'm doing the logging side of Farming Simulator, but you can just play the regular Farming Simulator stuff if you want. I just haven't done logging for a while. Thought it'd be a lot of fun to do a little quick series of starting from nothing, building our way up. But you notice the big difference about this trailer and the other one is that we can get all the trees on this trailer, no trouble. And this is only 3 instead of 4 like we did the last time, but still. I mean, we're getting 3 full trees in one run. We know that we can grab 2 at once here, so that's what we're going to try to do. Like I said, not the prettiest job you've ever seen, but we get the job done. Now the real question is, can our Unibog actually deliver this load? That's going to be the real question. Also, ideally, we want to try to make this a little bit taller. So let's go ahead and do that real quick while we're thinking about it. We want to make this a little bit taller. So maybe something like, yeah, something like that. And then we go over here, and this will be our loading dock area, essentially. Alright, and now if we put the slope tool on, if we set the slope height to here, and then we bring this down. Why is that not working? Doesn't feel like it's sloping at all. Not ideal. All right, well, let's see. If we cut this down, like right in there, not perfect. But then we smooth. Frog smacks. Just trying to smooth this area out a little bit. All right, I think that'll work for the time being. Never going to get it perfect, but as long as it's good enough, that's all we can hope for. And then we'll replant the grass again. Perfect. Again, probably going to have to cut that, but I ain't worried about it at the moment. Time to strap these trees in and see if we can't take them and deliver them. This will be the real test, whether or not we can actually deliver these trees to the sell point. Good news is, most of the way is going to be downhill, so that won't be too bad to get there. And then, of course, it's going to take a year and a half for us to get back. What up, good night? How's it going? Tuna, good to see you. I have not taken out a single loan, Tuna. Not one. I mean, you start with a $250,000 loan against you, but I haven't actually borrowed any money. Because I'm starting on hard economy and starting from scratch. So you get a $250,000 loan that you have to pay off, but I have not actually taken a loan out. River crossing. Of course, we have to do a little bit of a hill climb. They hear this beast of a machine. the things we'll have to look out for is if we can find a cheap semi. If we can find a cheap semi that can pull this trailer without the dolly, we should be good to go with that. And then it's just a matter of you know, cutting down enough trees and doing enough logging to afford to like actually get better equipment. But it is actually working, and it's actually working a little better going to the sawmill than it was originally pulling it to the house. But again, a lot of that is pulling uphill going back to the property. How much money are we going to make for this load? It's 3 whole trees. So I'm going to say somewhere in the $24,000 range, I would imagine. $24,000 to $25,000 seems pretty decent. $25,000. Very nice. All right. Let's drop this trailer. And let's go upgrade this Unibody so we have some horsepower. Or we can look and see if there's a semi that we can buy that's relatively cheap. So we get about $10,000 back out of that dolly baby. So if we go that route. Or we sell the trailer we currently have, sell the dolly, and then buy a trailer with a crane on it, and then we never have to worry about any of the bull crap anymore. The only thing, if I were to buy one of those little trailers with a crane, I don't think that they can pick up a full-size log like we've been cutting. I think they can only pick up like 6 meter logs. They're not the strongest cranes in the world. That would be the only downside that I could think of for that. But we'll pull this thing over to the upgrade shop, see whether we want to get an upgrade to the engine horsepower for this thing. All right. So, still nothing in the shop, unfortunately. But trucks-wise, is there a cheap truck? Like, what is our cheapest truck? Way outside our price range is our cheapest truck. I mean, $45,000 is close. But nothing else even close. Yeah, $45,000 seems to be about the gist of it. Wait a second. Hold. Okay, does this have the ability... It's got a lot of potential things to it, but it doesn't actually have any of the... I think this is one of those that it doesn't actually have... Yeah, I didn't think so. So this doesn't actually have the ability to have a fifth wheel, unfortunately. This one might. Do you have a fifth wheel? Why would I? Oh, that's for the front. You're not gonna have it, are you? Nope. You're not gonna have it. Oh, it does. It actually does. Hold. Wait. 300 horsepower and a fifth wheel. Have we found our truck for the moment? It's also got a decent amount of clearance. It's not amazing, but it's decent. We don't need mud flaps where we're going. The question is, though, does this thing have the ability to pull that trailer? Because that trailer's heavy. Or do we upgrade the Unimog? See, I can get 300 horsepower on this thing and have a hauling truck for what we're paying for a engine upgrade on the Unimog. I feel like we got to go for the hauling truck, right? And honestly, I don't mind the white. I really don't. The white actually don't look that bad. Although the rims are kind of silly for a truck. So I do want to change those rims if I can. Is there a way to change the rims? Not particularly. We definitely want to have our exhaust up top because we're going to be going off-road with this thing. We'll throw a chrome on there. Definitely need a toolbox because we're off-road. Don't really need that. Kind of like that for a little extra clearance. I think we go for this thing, man. I really do. I think this will be the perfect thing. Where we're going, we don't need roads. I know, right? I can't change the wheels, unfortunately. It doesn't appear. I guess this is wheel and hitch model. Okay, so you can change that. Which, honestly, that's kind of perfect. Long hitch, I mean... I kind of like the short hitch. Yeah. Yeah. How about that? How about that? Except for the wheels, I think we do just change the rim color. Instead of the silver, we go with, like, just black. Yeah! Now we're talking. That looks good. That looks real good. All right, $17,000. I think this is going to be a good investment for us. And just to make sure, like, I'm pretty sure we still have enough to upgrade to the... Okay, we don't quite have enough to upgrade to the maximum horsepower for this thing. We'll get to 211. Nah, we'll hold. We don't need it. We don't need it. All right, get this thing back over to the shop for now. On the mini-map, though, do we have the ability to just grab the dolly from here? Or is this just the trailer? Okay, so we do have the dolly. I'm going to go ahead and sell the dolly. That gets us a little bit more. And then we'll upgrade our Unimog to the maximum. That way, when we use this thing to pull, like, trees and stuff, we'll have the maximum horsepower. So there, we get the best of both worlds. We still keep our Unimog and Login going. So we're using this thing. But we're going to go ahead and upgrade to the maximum horsepower. $20,000 done and dusted. Boom. Just like that. Alright. So now this thing officially has 240 horsepower. So when we go to pull logs with this thing, it's going to be no problemo. Also, man, the frame rate seems to have tanked for no reason whatsoever. Goes faster. You're saying the other truck isn't going to work because it's rear-wheel drive only? You got to think of the amount of weight that's on those rear wheels. I think it'll be fine. Gotta do it. Yeet! Ah! Had to. I don't make the rules. I had to yeet it at least once. Alright. Yeah, she sounds like she's purring like a kitten. Just fine. Plus, it can go way faster than our Unibot. Although I am realizing just now that this is actually our snowplow truck from the Survival 4X when we first started. Way better than previous attempts at pulling this trailer. Way better maybe a stretch, but it's better. And it definitely sounds better. About to make our water crossing. Oh no problem. Heck yeah. Y'all, I think we're going. not do well in the snow. But other than that, I think she's going to be just fine. There we have it, y'all. Our little logging company's coming along. What do you guys think? We got us a trailer. We got us a truck. We've got us a ramp to be able to load our logs onto said trailer and truck. I think this is going to work. Now, I will say this. The sun's getting real low out here, folks. Getting real low. It's about time to call it a day out here. But man, what an episode, y'all. We've done so well today, I think. Maybe you guys could disagree, but I feel like this was a solid overall team effort. And a great place to call it an episode. So, if you guys want to see more of this, if you guys prefer the live streams, please let me know down in the comments below. But if you guys just want to see more Farm Sim, Logging, Empire, let me know, because I do definitely plan on doing more. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like what I'm doing, punch a like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Also, what up, Lee and Brady? Appreciate you. You guys have a good rest of your weekend.